What's going on, everybody? Well, like I said in my previous video, I did make a new gun purchase. You're looking right at it. I'm sure the vast majority of you know what it is. Does that help? Yeah. I'm sure it probably does. By the way, this gun is safety checked, unloaded. Oops. Nothing there. Nothing there. The old squeak of the spring. Kind of a dead giveaway, isn't it? Yeah, I picked me up a Glock 22. RTF2 frame, which I absolutely love. Thus far, just got it. I'm sure my opinion of that is not going to change once I fire it. This is weird. I'm going to say this while I'm thinking of it. This right here, I have two other Glocks. Usually whenever I'm shooting a Glock and I need to drop a mag, I kind of have to readjust my hand, kind of slide it around, you know, to drop it. With this RTF frame, with my hand right there, I don't have to readjust it. I don't really understand why that is. Maybe because it is RTF, it's just a little bit narrower or something. I don't know. But I'll tell you, I'll kind of give you the little lowdown on it. You know, I'm always on the hunt for another gun. I just am. You know, I kind of have a list. I had my, you know, I wanted to get a 1911. I had said that in a video sometime back. I got my 1911. Then I kind of had it in my head, you know, I do want to, and someday I will get a higher end 1911. I don't know what it'll be, but you know, something that's not $400. It'll be, you know, higher end, nicer 1911. So I'm thinking, well, you know, what do I want to kind of focus on next? Well, I kind of got the 45 craze going, you know. It's like, well, a Glock 36. You know, I wanted to see a Glock 36. Man, I can't find one to hold in my hand. Hell, I can't. Well, I did find one online, but I've never seen or held one. I mean, I don't want to buy one online if I've never held one. So I've got the Car CW 9, and I'm thinking, well, what about the Car CW 45? Small gun, 6+1 capacity, just like the Glock. Not as expensive, you know. You can pick one of them up for right at about $400. Springfield XD 45. Yeah, that's got possibility, you know. Maybe. Well, I'm in my local exchange. The exchange is our store that we have on a Air Force installation. It's called the BX, the Base Exchange. Well, our Base Exchange now has a gun shop in it. Not a shop, a store. They sell guns and ammo. No gunsmiths or anything. But a lot of you might not know this, but whenever you purchase something on a federal installation like that, there's no sales tax. So I go in there, you know, I work out there on that base. I go over there to the BX and look around at what they have and check their inventory and blah, blah, blah. Well, I was in there at lunch yesterday, and I wanted him to look up on his computer how much he could get me a Car CW45 for, if he could get a Glock 36. No. Yeah, he could get me the car, but their price was a little high on that. So I started inquiring. I've seen this Glock 22 in their cabinet for a while. They have a good price on it, under $500, no sales tax. And I know here about 3 weeks ago or so, they had the one on display and they had 2 or 3 in the back. So I asked him yesterday, I says, you know, how many of those G22s you have? And he said, that one right there is the last one. I'm like, really? He goes, yep, that's the last Gen 3. He said, we have 3 Gen 4s in the back. I said, what are you getting for the Gen 4s? He said, they're like 555 bucks. I says, well, seeing as how this is your last Gen 3, I said, you ought to sell me that last one at a discount. And he kind of looked at me with a kind of a funny look and kind of smiled. He says, well, he said, that one does have some damage on it. He goes, it's got a scratch on it. And I'm like, scratch? I said, get it out and, you know, let me see it. So he got it out and let me look at it. Now, let me find where this big scratch is. Hopefully, let me see, let me get this, see right there? It's right here. Right there. I guess y'all can probably see that. You see that right there? It's a very small, very light scratch. Doesn't bother me one bit. And he says, you know, because of that, he goes, he goes, we can talk, you know, about you know, getting some off of it and stuff. And I was looking at it and I was thinking, man, that's no big deal to me, you know. I said, well, what are we looking at getting off? And he went over and he has a sheet that nobody can see, and he says, well, he said, I can. He goes, I can give you 10% off on that. So that dropped the price down to $424 out the door. So I asked him, I says, well, I says, will you put it in your back room? I said, I'll come back in tomorrow, which is today, and pick it up. He said, sure. So, I mean, I had no intentions of buying a Glock 22. That wasn't on my punch list. And, boy, I wrestled with it last night, this morning, whether I was going to get it or not, blah, 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 blah. And I kept thinking, man, it's a fantastic price. You know, so anyway, I end up going in there and I end up picking it up, obviously. And I don't regret it. I'm so happy. You know how you feel inside whenever you know you made the right decision? You're not still, you know, toying with it. Like right now, I'm not sitting there saying, man, I don't know if I should have bought that or not. Now I'm like, yeah, I know I did the right thing by picking that up. Because if nothing else, you know, if I ever wanted to sell this, I could do it. And I could at least get my money back. You know, I mean, I have zero doubt about that. So, anyway, Glock 22, it's a 40 Smith & Wesson. It's their full-size version, for those of you who don't know much about Glock. The RTF frame, it has this stippling on here. Kind of rough. Okay, Glock first came out with RTF, and I guess that people said, and they had a lot of complaints, that it was too aggressive. So then they came out with the RTF2, which is not as aggressive. I absolutely love the feel of it. I love the feel of it. I love the just the way the gun feels. The full-size gun, I'm discovering that I really like the feel of a full-size gun in my hand. You know, full purchase, the whole 9 yards. Absolutely, absolutely love it. I don't know, just for gee whiz, I just weighed this thing before I turned on this video, and it weighs, with the mag, no ammo, 25.5 ounces. Yeah, 25.6 ounces. You know, you put 15 rounds of 40 Smith & Wesson in it, which this is what this holds, 15. 15 plus 1. I mean, it's going to add some weight to it. One thing that kind of surprised me with this Gen 3 Glock, on the 2 mags that came with it, they are the Gen 4 mags. Has the little notches on both sides, because the Gen 4s you can swap the magazine release. And it came with those, which I thought was pretty cool, you know. But anxious to shoot it. This is my third Glock. I have a Glock 20 and a Glock 27. I do feel that sometime here I'm going to probably get myself a conversion barrel. I was going to get one for my Glock 27, but I think I may do it for this one. Get me a 40 Smith & Wesson to 9mm conversion barrel, so I can go out and shoot this and, you know, shoot for less money. But I would never carry, not that I will carry this. This will not be a concealed carry gun either. It's too large. It's a good holster gun, but I would never carry it concealed. I know there was something else I wanted to say. That's why I'm kind of hem-hawing around here. I'm sure you all can tell that. There's something else I was going to say. Oh, that's it. I want to tell you the story about how the scratch got on here. Story is, I don't know if you all have seen it, but Smith & Wesson has got the Bodyguard revolver and the Bodyguard semi-automatic 380. Well, you can buy them in a set. They're a matching set. They come in a nice wooden display case, glass over the top, the guns are in there. You can buy that set, you know, match set for like $1,200, I think, $1,000 to $1,200 or something like that. Well, how this scratch got in this gun is they had a customer in there that was handling it, and guess what? Yep, he dropped this gun right through that glass top of that Smith & Wesson Bodyguard display case. Unbelievable. Dropped it, busted out the glass, and then whenever the drop happened is when that little scratch got put on here. So needless to say, that guy said, he goes, that was not a good day around here. I'm like, I imagine not. See that scratch pretty good right there. But I mean, it's not even deep enough where you can feel, you know, like a gouge or anything. It's still just slicker than snot rubbing across it. It's very much a superficial. But hey, they want to give me 10% off for that, I will take it. Anyway, Glock 22, 40 Smith & Wesson, full size, 15+1, polymer, steel, striker fired, blah, 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 blah. Well, anyway, I appreciate it, guys. You all take care. Have any questions, comments, feel free. I know you will anyway. We'll talk to y'all later. See ya. Bye.